ball ends up with Reyna Lugnatan. New shot clock para sa Alaska. Lugnatan still holding on to that ball. And Lugnatan creates and misses. And who gets the ball? It's up in the air. It's with Ginebra Aquino.
Mark Kagiwa asking for the ball. I think he's feeling it.
Here's Kagiwa pulling up. Oh, missing badly.
Missing everything. I know it. When he asked for the ball, he wanted to score.
Here's Tenorio.
Ang problema, hindi nakatapat niya si Bonmont Custodio eh. And that makes a big difference.
Drop pass.
Oh yeah.
Nice play. It's just an intelligent play.
Yeah.
Reyna Lugnatan setting it all up para kay Joe Dance. Pero lamang pa rin ang Ginebra, 62-60. Timeout tayo with 7:45 remaining in the fourth. So far, big performance by the big man, Sam. Scoring, playing top defense, swatting shots away. He's averaging 1 block per game, but in this game, he's swatted away 4 shots. With such a force, and that's what Alaska wants from Eman from the start.
And Coach Lincoln is feeling more and more comfortable playing Eman in combination with Sonny Toss. Toss going over to power forward position. And then you have Joe Devans playing number 3. That's a huge front line.
I cannot bring myself to say Joe Devans at the small forward spot because Joe is not small.
You know, actually, Joe Devans sometimes plays the number 2 spot for this team. And that even creates more of a nightmare for his defenders.
Meantime, Ginebra's shot clock down to 5. Miller has to create. Jimbo fakes. Jimbo fires. Boy, that was a lot of composure for the rookie with his shot clock winding down.
And considering that that's just his first field goal conversion, he missed his first 5 attempts.
So apat ang lamang ng Ginebra, 64-60 as we approach the last 7 minutes of the ball game. And a swipe by Willie Miller, but a foul spotted here by referee Art Herrera.
And it's always a nice duel when Willie Miller goes up against Cyrus Baguio. Those 2 players actually traded places. And we were talking about payback time for Barangay Ginebra. When Alaska beat Ginebra 4-0 in the Philippine Cup in their playoff series, Miller was still playing for Alaska. And then in the Fiesta Conference, nagkaroon na ng bago. Ihip ang hangin, and Miller ended up playing for Ginebra, but results still the same. Alaska still eliminated Ginebra 3-2 in the quarterfinals of the last Fiesta Conference.
And here's Miller. Miller fakes, fires, no goal. Miller got his own miss. Here's Jimbo, Aquino, and now Mark Kagiwa. Shot knocked down to 3. Kagiwa for 3. Rebound para kay L.A. Tenorio. Alaska down by 3 points here in the fourth. Borboran. That's partially blocked by Jimbo Aquino. And here's Kagiwa, last touch on, let's say Cyrus Baguio. And Wilson is back in the game para kay Rudy Hatfield. Always energy for energy para kay Coach Jong Wichico. Shot clock down to 13, and Mamaril is foiled.
Composure there on the part of the thriller. Well, Willie Miller and Rudy Hatfield are actually taking turns covering Joe Devans. But Devans still scored.
Joe Devans now with 15 points. Ibang pa rin ng Ginebra, 66-63. Here's Wilson. Miller. Well, Willie Miller now with back-to-back baskets. And he has 12 tonight. 68-63. Ginebra on top. 5:33 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. Mark the Spark Kagiwa doing his best to help Ginebra win tonight. His outside shot may not be working, but he's figuring out other ways to score.
That's right, and he was particularly effective against Bonbon Custodio. And already with 12 points in this game. His high in this conference was 18 points. That was when Barangay Ginebra beat the Barako Bulls 93-74. You know, the good thing about Ginebra is that they're getting a lot of scorers involved. A lot of double-figure scorers now. They have Miller with 12, Villanueva with 12, Kagiwa with 12. Oh, that's it.
So they are playing a top defensive team in Alaska.
Yes.
When you look at the 4-game winning streak of Ginebra, it has been characterized by balanced scoring. In the meantime, here's that offensive foul against Santos. Bola balik sa Ginebra.
And the tough defense there by Willie Wilson.
Miller, he's feeling it. He is feeling it!
Got it again. Now he usually reserves his best for the last, and this is the fourth quarter, the payoff period. Willie Miller now hitting 6 of his 14 in this period.
6 straight points para kay Miller.
And doing it off Cyrus Baguio.
Santos, boy, really working hard inside, but just couldn't produce.
He's got the height advantage over Billy Mamaril, but Mamaril is not giving him the space to operate.
Wilson outside, Jimbo Aquino fires! Yes, sir! That's a three!
And what an option. What an option Jimbo Aquino has become here in offense for Barangay Ginebra. And Coach Joseph Ichico sticking to the rookie guard and getting that pass for the open three-point shot. And here's Willie Miller with a replay. Here's the pass from Wilson.
I mean, absolute nerves of steel from Jimbo Aquino.
What you like about that play is the way the ball was shared by Barangay Ginebra. A lot of players getting touches. Very unselfish play. Kagiwa giving up the ball, passing it inside. Then Wilson, the kick out.
Back in a moment. Ginebra getting key performances from Miller and Jimbo Aquino here in the fourth. The Aces want to battle back here. They need Joe Devance to start scoring.
And just a simple one-on-one play of Joe Devance against Willie Wilson, putting the ball on the floor. Here's Jimbo Aquino. Not that time.
Here's Cyrus Baguio in the open court. Waits for Tenorio. Ball batted. It ends up with De La Cruz. With 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Baguio. Baguio creates no go. Mamaril clears the rebound. Here comes Kagiwa to Aquino. Jimbo. Hang time. No go.
And the presence of mind of Willie Wilson. Clearing the board. That offensive board. And they have a new fresh 24, so why force it?
Mamaril. Kagiwa. Shot clock down to 8. Mark Kagiwa fires. It scores!
He's got the touchback. The spark. I just got a text here from a friend saying that why not nickname Jimbo Aquino J. Noy? Too much naman yun. Meron na tayong Pinoy Baklaw.
May Pinoy.
Just
Pinoy.
Because Jimbo is in Aquino doesn't mean we always have to use Noy. We'll think of another nickname for Jimbo. J. Noy Aquino.
But of course, we welcome all suggestions.
Oh, yes.
Here's our Explode Energy Drink Animal Malakas play of the quarter featuring Mark the Spark Kagiwa. He now has 14 points in the ball game. That's our Animal Malakas play of the quarter. Meantime, lamang pa rin ang Ginebra dito, 75-66. Approaching the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Ginebra trying to win 5 in a row. Kagiwa. No go. Rebound, Sanitos. Tenorio. Stops. It pops. Rebound, Miller.
And I'm surprised that Coach Tim Cohn isn't bringing back Eman. He was playing a solid game defensively. Jimbo Aquino with a height advantage against LA Tenorio. That's the reason why he's still on the floor.
The timeout muna ang Ginebra dito. 2:06 remaining. Ginebra on top. 75-66. Look, Mr. Wilfred Uitengsu. Mr. Mrs. Uitengsu watching the ball game, hoping that Alaska can still bounce back here. Of course, Boss Henry Cojuangco,
Congressman Cojuangco now from the 1st District of Tarlac.
$75-66. Ginebra is on top. This was it's still a low-scoring game, characterized by tough defense by both teams. But Ginebra, with this big run in the fourth, anchored on Willie Miller and Jimbo Aquino, and Mark Kagiwa as well. And that's why they're on top. And look at the backcourt scoring.
Well, a big difference there. Barangay Ginebra, as usual, drawing a lot of production from the guards. We were pointing that out. You know, at the time when they were struggling early in this game, we were saying, go to where they're strongest, and that's the guard position. And Miller continuing to wax hot.
And Willie Miller on a tear here in the fourth quarter. And now it's an 11-point lead para sa Ginebra. A miss by Baguio.
Kagiwa bringing it down.
When you know, I don't know if you noticed, but when you look at the unit of Ginebra on the floor, there is no natural point guard. Elterbrand is not there. Mike Cortez is not on the floor.
That's right. And they like to use Jimbo Aquino as their guard now because he presents a matchup problem for LA Tenorio.
Here's De La Cruz.
Shots not falling now for Alaska. They're feeling the pressure. Big defensive effort here on the part of Ginebra to hold Alaska to just 66 points. And we were saying that in the 5 wins of Ginebra, they've held opponents to an average of 77. So this is going to be a nice watermark for them. Hindi pa nga nakaka-70 points ang Alaska. And by the way, Ginebra is the league's #1 defensive team.
Last minute of action brought to you by Minute to Win It. So bola pa rin ng Ginebra sa Manufactured inside the Big Dome. Figuring that Ginebra is on its way to a 5th straight win. Oh, what a winning streak here for the Ginebra.
That's right. But this is going to be a close one. Their lead is 11 points right now
compared to their previous 4 wins, because they were annihilating opponents prior to this game.
Average winning margin of 18.3 points. And talk about Ginebra gelling. Talk about Ginebra finding the chemistry, the identity that Coach Joseph Ichico has long been yearning for.
A miss there by Jimbo Aquino, might get to finish this game para sa Ginebra. Tenorio, step back 3, short. And that should do it. This was a very close game. At the half, Ginebra was on top by just 2. At the end of the third, Alaska was on top by just 2. And then that big scoring burst by Miller, Aquino, and Kagiwa here in the fourth.
Exactly. And also, you've got to mention that man's contribution. Willie Wilson just drilled it in from the outside. The scrapper. Getting those rebounds, playing tough defense on Joe Devans. Rudy Hatfield also just contributed 2 points, but he also did his fair share of rebounding and playing defense.
And that will do it. Ginebra continues its winning run. 5 in a row. Final score natin 79-68. Ginebra winning over Alaska. For the Aces, they were